Okay, so hi, my name is Samuel Durbidge. I'm going to be doing this video. Yes, my camera may shake a little bit or move around a little bit, but I'm going to try to keep this the way that it needs to. So I'm going to do some video. I don't know how long this is going to be, but it's going to be a couple of videos. I want to say it's going to be about an hour, maybe more, but I'll try. But it's going to be broken up into different videos, probably about 33 minutes each. So my name is Samuel Durbidge, so welcome to my channel. I decided to do these recordings because they're very important. So this information is stuff that I edited from the movie The Secret, which is Rhonda Byrne's. It's the documentary The Secret. But then this is going to be part of my whole overview about what I do on what I'm really about and what my full healing process is, so the medical care people and others can see what it is that I am focused on and what my desired focus is about. I will bring up a few things within this video about different particular shows that I would recommend to watch or that I have watched that go along with my connection. I'm not going to play those movies necessarily. I'm just going to play this one. And then there's some YouTube videos of documentary information or workshops that Gregg Braden and others have done from studies that have been in the military, in the Gateway program that's been declassified several different times, but it's been declassified even more about tech and things that they've been using, why everybody's been focusing on all these epidemics and freaking out over them, which they don't need to. They need to focus on how to heal and manifest, and their focus on it creates it to be the agenda that those who created it to be want. And it's not what we need as a people. We can focus on what we desire and want. The agenda to control is not the right vibrational focus for healing and for helping others. They want to act as if it is. They want it to be a conditional healing when it should be an unconditional focus, and we're meant to do that. Ancient texts and ancient wisdom do that, but that's my focus for my healing. I'll let others do what they want for their healing, as long as they're not mandating it on me. Because them trying to get me to do it their way, for their way of healing, is what was causing cancer to me and others. And many of us were aware of it and saw the studies of what harms and what actually heals. And this is the information that can help. So this is stuff that people think is theoretical, but then they look into the studies and they realize that this information is based off of actual knowledge that works. Quantum physics studies, energy studies, water studies, sports program studies, many different studies confirm the combination of this knowledge. And so I'm going to share this, and then I'm going to share the Golden Rule is the only rule poster, which I've shared on other channel. But this video is to give you the combination. These videos that I'll probably separate in parts if I need to, will be the combination of all the information that's needed. So everything that we want, feel, and know matter, that's what we'll seek. And so our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions create reality. But I just had this epiphany today. And, oh, that's my Neko cat. That's, when you see it, it's supposed to be lucky. Especially when, here I'm going to, that's a visualization technique. So again, this is part of my awareness. Especially when you see it go like that. And that means that it is bringing luck and success to all those that see it. It's a blessing, and anybody that I've seen do this with the Neko, it doesn't matter what kind of form it is, when they've done it, I have gotten blessings after them showing me it. So there you go. So it seems like this one is ready. So let's also, I do a lot of research on shows and movies. Let me Get this a little bit. I have a lot of crystals and other focused meditation focuses. Is to get your thoughts and your feelings and focus on the things around you are that way. Billionaires do it.
I believe. So this is what it's all about.
Okay, so this is a video, so forgive the video footage of this video within a video within a video. But that's kind of how it works. I'm doing this for a purpose.
Their job is a creative process, and what's the big job of the university? So let's look at that for a moment. Let's use this metaphor. If you think about a land and its lamp, you've probably heard of this. I mean, Aladdin picks up the lamp, dusts it off, and out pops the genie. The genie always says one thing.
Your wish is my command.
If you trace the story back to its origins, we now think that there's 3 wishes, but if you trace the story back to its origins, there's actually no limit whatsoever to the wishes. Think about that one.
I need to
Now,
relax for a second.
metaphor will it out in life.
Forgive me. Just gotta relax this.
Then you've got the universe at large, which is
There we go, that's better.
traditions, they're called so many different things. Your holy guardian angel, your higher self. I mean, we can put any label on it, and you choose the one that works best for you. But every tradition has told us there's something bigger than us. And the genie always says one thing.
Your wish is my command.
There's a creative process, a 3-step process, and it's been around for 2,000. The first step is to ask.
Yeah, so you can't see it, but it says ask.
Let the universe know what you want. The
I'll try
universe
to
responds to your thoughts.
I'll try to zoom in when it shows up.
What do you really want?
Sit down and write it out on a piece of paper. Write it in the present tense. You might begin by writing, I am so happy and grateful now that. And then explain how you want your life.
It's not just affirmations, it's the feelings and belief in the affirmations.
This is like having the universe as your catalog, and you flip through it and you go, well, I'd like to have this experience, and I'd like to have that product.
And it's getting your unconscious brain to believe it. It's not just your conscious. Your unconscious within you needs to believe. So ask, believe. So believe it in your heart, feel it, think it, because your thoughts will get your inner thoughts to connect within 72 hours of the focus. And so if you do it with other people, it can make it happen faster if you're all in that one thought focus. That's why when you pray for rain, it happens with a group of people praying for rain or praying for change. And you see in your neighborhood it really matters, and you pray and then it happens, and you see miracles. Well, that's why.
You don't need to know how it's going to come about. You don't need to know how the universe will rearrange itself. You don't know how. It'll be shown to you.
I'm only showing the positive statements being mentioned in this.
Most of the time when we don't see, recognize that feeling and replace it with a feeling of unwavering respect.
Because I wanted to keep a positive flow in this show. I know, like I know it's on its way. Feel it now.
And in this process,
Feels as if you already have it.
to be happy, because when you're feeling good, you're putting yourself in the frequency.
And when you forgive, you create. Your thoughts create reality. So if you believe something will happen that will mess with the reality, then it does. But if you believe that it will correct itself, then it does. I'm trying to get this in the right focus for you. There we go. So he wanted a bike, and he got a bike because he believed that he would, but then he started to doubt for a little bit, but then he changed it with belief and got it, because he saw that the bike was sold. But then he didn't know who bought it. But secretly it was because someone bought it for him.
Our job is not to figure out the how. The how will show up out of the commitment and the belief and the what. The hows are the domain of the universe. It always knows the shortest, quickest, fastest, most harmonious way between you and your dream. If
Correct.
you turn it over to the universe, you will be surprised and dazzled by what is delivered to you. This is where magic and miracles happen. Well, I would say you want to do this virtually daily. Really, bottom line importance here is the whole secret is feeling good. We want to feel exhilarated by this whole process. We want to be high, happy, in tune as much as possible.
The only difference between people who live in this life, who live the magic of life, and those who don't, is the people who live in the magic of life have habituated ways of being. They've made a habit of using the law of attraction, and magic happens with them wherever they go. Because they remember to use it. They use it all the time, not just as a one-time thing.
People hold that for a while.
I wanted to really put it to use to see if, what would happen. And in 1995, I started to create something called a vision board, where I take something that I want to achieve, or something that I want to attract, like a car or a watch or soulmate of my dreams, and I put a picture of what I wanted up on this board called the vision board. And every day I would sit in my office, and I would look at this board, and I would start to visualize, really get into the state of having already acquired it. And I was getting ready to move, so we put all the furniture, all the boxes into storage. And I made 3 different moves over a period of time.
Part of my vision board.
And then I ended up in California.
This is also a visualization of checks on the wall.
And then we had all the stuff brought from my former 5 years ago. One morning, at 7:30 in the morning, my son comes into my office, and one of the boxes that was sealed for 5 years was right at the doorstep.
What kind of box is that?
I said, well, those are my vision boards.
What's a vision board?
I said, well, where I put all my goals up, cut them out, and I put all my goals up, something that I want to achieve in my life. Of course, at 5.5 years old, you can understand it. I said, let me just show you. That'll be the easiest way to do. And so I cut the box open. And when I pulled up the vision boards, there was a picture on there of a home that I was visualizing 5 years earlier. And what was shocking to me was we were living in that house, not a house like it. I bought my dream home, renovated it, and didn't even know it. But I looked at that house, I started to cry because I was just blown away.
Why are you crying?
I finally understand the law of attraction, because I finally understand the power of manifestation. I finally understand everything that I've read, everything that I've worked with my whole life, the way I've built companies, and worked for my home as well. And I bought our dream home and didn't even know it.
There you go. That's how you focus. And it doesn't mean it's going to take as long as it took for him. It's going to take as long as it takes. And it's usually pretty quick. It'll be quicker than you ever thought possible. And if there's a delay, you get interest.
And then close your eyes
to make up for the delay.
And visualize having what you already wanted, feeling the feelings of already having. Come out of that and focus on what you're grateful for already. And really enjoy it. Okay? And then go into your day and release it to the universe and trust that the universe will figure out how to manifest it.
Now, you think that this is just for those who believe in science or focus on feelings or whatever, or if it's too religious or whatever. Well, for those that are religious, it's in the scriptures, but those that aren't, it's in the studies. So I'm letting you be aware that this book combines both. It brings up the studies, and it's called See It, Feel It, Have It, and the Mastery to Manifesting Your Desired Dreams. Sorry, my hand's in the way. So Joseph, and I'm not going to say his last name. I don't know how to spell that or say that. This information here is the back of his book, and it talks about the different keys that he fills. And it's a really small, thin book. It's not even that big. But they have bonuses that they give you because they have like a QR code you can use that gives you information to get free stuff online. But then you can also sign up for his particular one-on-one class that he tries to do, but most people do that. But he's given enough information, and the bonuses give you enough boost to help you. If you feel like you need to do more, or you want to do more with that individual, you can. And a lot of them do that option. A lot of these gurus or information that were on this show give that option. This picture right here is kind of somewhat of the picture of the author, but it's a paused form of her because it's the end of that section. So I wanted to bring that up. So now we're at a 16-minute mark or so. So let's go into other information that I personally have. I wonder where if I have the 3-minute video in here. That is like a really fast intro on how to manifest healing. If it's not here, I know where it is. Okay, sorry, I'm just moving things around here. Like I said, my phone's going to move around because of what I'm trying to do. So I'll try to see what I can do about editing it, but again, I have the means of what I have. But your thoughts and your feelings create the reality. So if you believe that there will be shakiness, shakiness will be there. If you believe there won't be, then it won't be. But don't worry about whatever is or isn't there. Just forgive, put judgments aside, and bless things into being. That's going to be my next video I'm going to show, is the information on blessing things into being. But right here is some Schumann resonance reports. You can't see them very much, but these are just showing light waves that were here on the 1st and 2nd. There was some pretty powerful stuff, and now it's trying to overlap, but it's calm now. It's blue is calm, and there's green is purging of the 3D reality. A lot of strange understandings about that. These were just the other day. I zoomed up on it. There was violet energy the other day, which is powerful. I've been seeing it in pictures. Someone talked about Uruguay having huge finding of geodes that are purple and violet. And violet is the new energy stuff. I give my body, mind, and soul full permission to heal. I guess Greg Roberts is who made that person. It's a meme that's out there. Let's see. So this is just information I saw and I share and let others know. There's a lot of changes going on. There's a lot of information being aware, weird and concerning stuff about the Matrix. Here we go. This is what I was looking for. So, talk to your DNA. Our DNA is like a genie in a bottle, except they are genes. And you can say that they're God genes or whatever. You don't have to say they're genie, because sometimes jinn is considered evil beings that are tricksters. But except they are genes in our body, connected to the unified field of the universe. They react to our thoughts to make our wishes a reality by attracting people, things, and experiences which we desire and think about most. Now, our desires come from our feelings and our emotion reactions. So it's not just your thoughts. Your thoughts go with your feelings and all your chakras. But your thoughts and feelings come from your soul, not necessarily from your heart or gut or whatever, but that's where they're located within this earthly form or this 3D form that you see yourself as. But you're more than just 3D. You're a light form with the 3D form, but you're expanding into the light form. So you no longer have to be the full-fledged solid form of what they think is life and death. You're better than that. You're a 4D, 5D form once you become 5D density. So D means density. It means vibrational form. So you're a certain level. Now, 3D to 5D has nothing to do with dimensional. Some people look at it as dimensional, but it's really density. Dimension, when they say 3D, third dimension and 5 dimension, that's a different kind of focus. But it's part of density. It's just a little bit different awareness. And it's kind of a different way of looking at things with it. But when you put them together, you realize that it's destiny. It's density with also dimension and then destiny of your form to be. And so you have a combination and then other things. So you're going to see more than what you see, but it's more than 5D. You're going into a 7D. Energy is hitting us, so we can become the 5D to get closer to the 7D energy realm, which is the God realm, being one with God. So, or creation or universe or whatever form that we are. But it doesn't mean that we have to follow certain requirements to get there. The only requirements really for the 3D version to become 4D and 5D is service to self or service to others. That's all you need to do. Choose the balance and you'll get to the balance form. And most of us do the balance, but as long as you're 51% on service to others or service to self, you're going to ascend to that form of that density. So you're going to be a new form, but even if you go to service to self form and you wanted to be service to other form and you thought you did your best to, you're going to be fine because the service to self form isn't all bad. It's the yin and yang. So let me explain. The yin and yang is the darkness and the light, but the darkness always has some light in it, and the light always has dark in it. So I'm going to explain. There we go. There is a price to be paid for every increase in consciousness. We cannot be more sensitive to pleasure without being more sensitive to pain. But you don't need to have pain if you don't want the pain, is what I'm going to add. There's a lot of focus. Now, this is the information about the Schumann resonance table. Now, it's interesting that on the left it talks about the red being enlightenment, but it's not really the red. It's doing it this way. Maybe it was a misprint for that line. I don't know. But I think what it was it was just a switch of awareness. So it's alpha and omega. So you want to connect to the alpha frequency and connect with the omega. So the bad frequencies aren't all bad. They're waking us up to the enlightenment frequency. So that's why red on the top on the left side is saying that it's enlightenment, but it's not. It's saying that the unlimited consciousness is the enlightenment. Peace is this other. So people are thinking, well, if I get to violet, then I'll have shame, guilt, and all of this. Well, no, you're going to have it both ways. Once you get to the unlimited consciousness, you're going to feel shame for the past lives and things that you didn't know you were doing. And then you'll hug each other and you'll be okay. So that will be a balance. So you're always going to have enlightenment in the alpha red state, the unawakened state. And then you're always going to have enlightenment and shame awareness in the ultimate consciousness. You're going to be aware of the horrible things that have been done in your lifetimes and beyond. But you're also going to feel peace. You're going to finally feel free, because now knowing all the stuff that you didn't know will awaken you to be the unlimited, the ultimate focus of energy to create pure Tao, pure flow, pure everything. So you're going to get all of these. So when you're in this suffering phase of this, that's part of an enlightenment reality. So the way that they put this is a yin and yang focus of this table. Even if it was done accidentally, that's what this is showing. And I'll explain. So for you, those of you that can't see, I'm zooming up on it. So as you can see, this is what it's talking about. But for some reason, it's red. So it's trying to say it's down there, but it's not. It's actually in this direction for that purpose. And I don't know the person or the person that put this table together, but I do know that that's what it came out to be. So even if they did it by accident, I think it was impressive that they put it in the way that they did, even if they mean it differently than what I'm saying it as. But basically, it's showing you that the green energy is really purging energy or neutral energy. It's growth. That's growth, and it's getting us. Then you got the courage energy after all of that. So neutrality is the green. Willingness is the yellow and stuff, acceptance. But they've always said that green is neutrality, but it's really the blue and the green is with the green. So it's really the table of left to right. So right here, we have the flow of, like, the blue is really peace and calm. And that's what it is. It's acceptance, it's willingness, it's reason. That's what blue is. It's always reason, it's always humble, it's always calm. So that's what that is. But it's also connected with the awareness of why to be. And that's why I think it's put in this way. So the numbers and connection is kind of showing the yin and yang balance. So in enlightenment, when the red hits the blue, it becomes the violet color, pinkish violet color. And that's the ultimate consciousness. You get the purple first. It gives a little bit of greed and other stuff with it. And so there's a balance of both frequencies within these colors. So even though you're in the red, you also have a balance of other stuff with the red that is pushing you towards the violet. So when the blue hits the red just right, it becomes violet. So when the pain and the suffering, the shame hits the peace and the joy and love, it balances and brings you to what you really should be. And now it's going to a picture of water with snow and stuff. That's cool. So that's just, these are just, those were just screensavers on my TV. Okay, so there we go. This is not this is more of me using my Fire TV stick, program apps. So there we go. And so it has its own built-in stuff. So basically, the frequencies have now become the Rainbow Bridge. We now have violet, which is a new thing that's been shown in the Schumann residency that they monitor in Russia and other places. I'm in Utah, in Bountiful, Utah, but they have studies all worldwide, but the Schumann resonance of the frequencies hitting the planet is monitored in Russia, or a place near Russia, to my knowledge, from what I've heard. It doesn't mean that if you're against certain beliefs of different countries, put judgments aside and be aware that this is not about being against each other politically or where. These are monitoring vibrational frequencies. It's a place that does that there. So there's always going to be good monitorings regardless of what nation is doing it. And so they're about letting it be known, but sometimes they do fuzz the results to try to hide what frequency is happening at the time. But I monitor them a lot. So this right here, I'm not sure what this, I'm not able to read it very well anyway, because it is bright. God is saying to you today, something stressful is about to leave, and God is going to replace with something beautiful and wonderful. That's cool. So for those that believe in God, there you go. If you don't, just believe that the good thoughts and vibes, even if it's something that seems cringy or you don't like the idea of talking about the belief in God, well, energy is all around us. So the field is everything, and we are the field. We are the vibration, and the vibration is us. Here is some information that I wanted to bring up about Dr. Masaru Emoto. And forgive me if I said that wrong. Discovered thoughts and emotions, and I forgive myself and I forgive you. Discovered thoughts and emotions change the molecule and molecular structure of water. So this is just talking about they did prayer and they did sounds and music, Mozart, different things to water that was polluted, and it crystallized and healed. Yep, by just good vibrations. And that brings it up to a thought of that song, Good Vibrations. The human body is 80% water. This means you have the ability to change the structure of your cells, which is to turn changes the expression. You can change your biology by using thoughts and sound and vibration. So there you go. So that's the first part, or first video. And I'll probably do another one. But that's your first video of this awesome awareness. So Mozart Symphony on the top left. I don't know what this, John Lemon. Yeah, imagine. See? Someone just manifested to see this clearer. Good job, people. Love. And then, I don't know what the right top is. Oh, that's right. So that was it before prayer. So this is what it looked like before prayer. And then after prayer is at the bottom below it. And it was like a chi prayer or a certain type of belief prayer. Fajumara before prayer. So it's just showing that they prayed Buddha prayer or different things with that water, and it was chaotic. And then after prayer,